What's up, guys? John Deere 767 here. Here's a walker. Make a video about this. I do know more about them than I did back in my first video that I made about one. They sold that one. They retired it, so it's not. I don't use it anymore. So this is a walker. It has a Kohler 23 horsepower in it. The motor has not been, it has been replaced, but it has been replaced with the same type of motor. It's a 48-inch deck, GHS system with the hoppers in the back. I don't remember what size tires they are, but they're decent sized tires. They're just about the same size as those. The solid rear wheels, 10 bushel hopper. Look inside of it. I just got done mowing, guys, so there's gonna be a little bit of mess in here. There's some leaves in here. I don't really know why this rope's here. Oh, I think it's used for tie down in here if you need to haul something in here. There is a hole in this from something hitting it. But this goes back and forth like this. Goes like this. And this is supposed to be mounted right here, and it's gonna, once it hits grass, it'll tell you, it'll start beeping and it'll tell you the hopper's full. But that's broken, obviously, so you just kinda, but you can tell when the mower is full because the mower starts kind of bogging down and you see stuff start flying out of the back of it. You got the deflect wheels, so if you hit a building, it'll just roll and it'll gouge it. But these don't roll, so they technically still do gouge it. This one rolls. This one doesn't. This one's frozen solid. Got this wiring harness. Down here, you got a tow hole for a trailer like that over there, or to get yourself unstuck. Well, the muffler's bent right there, but the muffler right here, I believe it's like a 3-gallon fuel tank. It's about halfway full. Here, sit down over here. You can see, use the blade engagement, so you'll grab it with your right hand and you'll engage it. So you pull it up and it's on. You push it down and it's off. Parking brake. For this one, it's rigged so you don't have to use the parking brake and the seat switch is disabled. So you can get off it with the mower running, the blades running. But I don't do that because I just have a habit that I have to turn everything off except like the engine, because it's just a habit. It's got 764.6 hours, but since it had a motor replacement, you have to add 1,260 hours to it. So it roughly has 1,900 hours on it. You got the headlight switch. This does not have the headlight package, but it does have the switch for it. The alarm does work, I just don't want to take it. So this is kind of your view. To control it, you pull this side to turn this way, you pull this side to turn that way, and you pull both of them back to go in reverse. This one controls how fast you go forward, and you turn this and it'll turn you whatever side you want to. For the deck adjustment, you have 4 pins for the rear of the deck, and the front of the deck. I gotta admit, it was a pain when I got it. When my dad brought it home, because the rear sides wouldn't come out, the pins wouldn't come out, so we had to smash them out. And yeah, but it does have the PTO gearbox, big greasy and stuff. I'm just gonna wipe my hand right there. For each of the blades, this is a 2-blade deck. These are the pins. So you pull these pins out and you wiggle them until they pull out, until you see the smoother of the dirty part, if that makes any sense. So move this out of the way. It's casters in. So to lift it up, It is a rather heavy deck. Here's the handle you lift it up by. Pretty heavy. You got two blades here. I do see you spin this one this way. I'll spin the other one this way. So it pushes everything right here, and that runs up into there. Which I'll show you again. This is this is awesome to use. That's all I can say. I do notice right now that these blades aren't living very long. They're so dull. Right there. That part's missing on this one. Part's missing on this one too. These blades need to be fixed. These decks do get some damage done to them, and these decks are about $5,000 a piece. I mean, the newer ones, they probably weren't that in like 2005. This is the 2005, 2006 model. So I'm gonna have to lift the deck down again. I'll show you guys right there. Alright, so I'm gonna push that forward. We're on an unlevel surface, so you kind of have to wiggle it to get it down. And to get it back in, you just wiggle it down until you wiggle it in and push it down. Here's the PTO for the deck. So for this, to close this, sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. You push this in, this little latch right there, and you fold it down. Got a nice little handle right here, nice and convenient. I wouldn't recommend lifting it on this side because the muffler might burn your leg if you're wearing shorts, but you shouldn't wear shorts when you're operating this machine. It's got the commercial air filter. Like I said, 23 horsepower Kohler. Right there's the impeller that throws all the grass up into this. This is the hopper. And that's the caster. So we're gonna. How does that work again? Pull it up. Yeah. This is the clamshell body. Or no, it's not the clamshell body. But I would recommend leaving the deck on after you're done cutting, so you get all the stuff out of this impeller, so it just doesn't pile up in there. There's one hydro, and there's the other. There's the reservoirs. There's two. There's the battery, and there's all the belt tensioners to get the deck running and stuff. It's a pretty neat machine, but my dad had to replace pretty sure it was like a gasket or something. He had to pull the entire engine out. They're really hard to work on because they're all packed in this compact body. These are the hydro lockout bars. You can pull these so you can push or pull the machine. There's the inside of the rim and tire. This is the exhaust right here. You got the hot. It does have dual overhead valves. So we're gonna push this down. You just pull it down. It's got a really tough shock. You push it down. Then you have this little lever right here, and you push it down. Make sure you pull it to make sure. So this is the canister. It runs up right here to right here. And since it's so dusty in this general area from the hopper and the mowers, this runs up and sits right here, right next to the seat, so it doesn't get all dirty and dusty. So yeah, I have used the new 2014 versions. I've mowed with them. I have worked a day with them. They are nicer. They're the same thing. They're just newer parts. But yeah, this is not like mid mounts. See, it's what Walker says, it's a true floating deck. So you could have this side go up, you could have it pushed down, like have that side go up, and then you can have it go like this. You can have one corner go down, one corner go up. It goes like this. So it moves in a lot of areas. It can go swivel like a 360, not like a 360, but swivel like that. After a full day of cutting, you do have all of this area right here is from the Walker. I mean, at times I kind of wish I was using a mid-mount instead, because I don't have to catch all of it and keep stopping. I can just go through it all. But they do make something, but you can just also do this. They do make it so you can have something to hold this up. You can clamp through these holes right here, this bar. There is supposed to be a screen right here, but I don't know what happened to it. But you have 3 nuts right here, or whatever, how many, 5? Oh, sorry, I just kind of fell. And it holds this open, it closes it. Okay. It closes it until it's just about it right here, and it blows it all to the ground. But it's also just as easy to just leave it open like this. But I'm not gonna lie, it does make a very, very big mess. Very big mess. Instead of just blowing it straight out, that thing's still rotating, so it'll rotate and it'll just blow it everywhere. It's a pain, but this thing does mulch it up pretty well. It does great in tall grass if you raise the deck up. You could start it at the deck height you want. You're just gonna have to go really slow and keep going over it. But yeah, that's the Walker MT 23 horsepower 48-inch GHS mower. Thanks for watching, guys. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.